CN Brown Company instant replay. I want to see if she was actually facing the net. She wasn't. She was facing to the right of the flag as that one was in. There's no way Drake Hope Duval is stopping that, Butch. That just shows you how difficult the shots that the Mohawks put in on Drake Duval went in. Other than that, she's been unstoppable in net.
And like you said, if the player not even facing the goal, why would she think that she's going to shoot?
It's just one of those things. I don't even think Taylor Saworski was trying to put that on net. I just think she was trying to put it somewhere towards the 6-yard box. She didn't even put a lot of power into it, Butch. It was just kind of one of those chip shots, you know what I'm saying, that was able to get through. Cooney in the backfield. Ooh, it's deflected off of Hodgson, but Shearer's there to get it cleared out just in time.
What a difference it makes for this Mohawk team having Mackenzie Shearer in the lineup. She's been solid back there.
Another thing about Colebrook, too, they're very tough to play against when they have a lead.
Yep.
Very tough to play against when they have a lead. Oh, there's Saworski with a nice cutback. I mean, watch out. Collision, and that's going to be another set piece as coming from the back was Annabelle Boyer. You can see she didn't square up that much on that one. Took down Saworski, and Saworski will have another big set piece right here. See if she's able to put this one on net. She puts it on, just missing to the left as Hope Drake Duval had that one traced down the entire way. Not a lot of room that Taylor Saworski had to work with, obviously, as Drake Duval did a good job in net again. And we take a look at the second Mohawk goal, Butch, talking about how difficult the shots were here for Drake Duval to take this. Look at this shot by Caitlin Gleason. Is that one right on the post? She legitimately had less than a foot to work with, and she knocked it through there. So 2 tough goals here for Colebrook in the early going. Gives them that 2-0 lead that you see on our scoreboard. Here as we are trickling down into the single digits remaining in the first half. Here live from Profile High School.
Well, I think what we're seeing, Kevin, with Gleason up front, Colebrook's got some breakout players that can get down and score, but they needed someone that's got a little bit of grit in front of the net that, you know, will do the dirty work and score the dirty goals, you know, I guess you call it. And I'll tell you what, Gleason's been in there all day. If not for the work of Duval, she'd probably have 3 goals right now.
You talk about the substitution patterns here for Coach Katie Parker. Noyes coming back in for Samantha Howe. Here in the early going. Big game tonight, Butch. I know you won't be watching it, but I certainly will be. As soon as I leave here, I am gone to my oversized recliner. I'm watching that Yankees game tonight. As that one's cleared out.
Who's
by Chandler Cooney.
Who is it, Tanaka tonight?
No, Severino.
Severino
yeah.
Against Santana?
Santana, yep. And Vegas has a way of doing this to everybody with statistics. It makes me nervous because obviously the Yankees just swept Minnesota. And they have won like 8 in a row against Minnesota in the playoffs, and they're 2-12. They're 12-2 against them in their last 14 games. And SportsCenter is pounding those statistics to make it look like the Yankees are going to have an easy one here today. And those statistics shown over and over and over like that make me nervous because that just says something's going on over with the websites and the bookie ends of things here, Butch, because Minnesota's good. So are the Yankees, but it's going to be a lot tougher game than what SportsCenter is making it out to be, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm excited.
I am too.
I don't know who's going to win this year. I mean, I like it. A lot of good teams.
Saworski with another shot. It's deflected. Drake Duval there to garner that in.
9 minutes left. First half, unofficially. 2-0 Colebrook lead.
And obviously, too, Butch, speaking of Vegas, we certainly want to send out our condolences, obviously, to the tragic events that happened out there this past weekend. Another act of senselessness in this country continues to happen. And it's a very opinionative matter in terms of gun laws and stuff like that, but, I mean, man, oh man, there's some sick people out there. Sick, sick, sick people.
Yep.
And our condolences to the families. This is our first time we've had an opportunity to be able to express that. And we certainly hope that nothing like this happens again. And unfortunate situation. Actually, one of the victims, Butch, was a College of St. Joseph's alumni who played sports at College of St. Joseph's right around the time that I was playing there at Linden State. And she was out there as well. Her teammates actually transferred to Linden State. Her classmates transferred to Linden State and were classmates with her. She was one of the victims out there, and we obviously certainly send our condolences to her family as well, being a Vermont-based company.
Oh, absolutely. And Stacy Hicks, wife of White Mountain softball coach, was out there as well, and her daughter. But they weren't at that concert, and they were okay. So
good thing.
Yep.
Man, oh man. But back to some live soccer action. Obviously, we wanted to put our word out about that. And hopefully, some things will change. And hopefully, these sick people that continue to do this stuff, and they literally are sick, tends to decrease in number here over the course of the next year, over the course of the years to come. But Colebrook with a quick start here today, 2-0. In case you're just joining in, here's Gleason again. She's been in the mix of everything up at the front. Noyes tried to get back there.
Adriana Noyes getting a lot of playing time here in the first half.
Yeah, she's been active up front.
Yep.
Very active up front. Saworski's going to lift one to Drake Duval. There's Kuiper there, but Drake Duval garners it in before Kuiper could get to it.
You know, with the sun the way it is right now, that was a tough
play.
save for Duval.
Absolutely. Nice job by Chandler Cooney in the backfield. Oh, there's Blampede. Hodgson gets it onto her right foot. Tries to get it back to her left foot. Well defended again, though, by Mackenzie Shearer. She's tough to stop there, Hodgson up front. And Mackenzie Shearer was able to time that down, keep her contained, not allow her to get any move by her.
And good job, Missy Collins coming over to help. Knowing, I'm sure that Coach Parker told them how explosive Hodgson is. And good job of the Mohawk defense right there. That was one of their best opportunities in this first half, believe it or not.
That one's cleared out again by the Colebrook defense. Profile trying to get some sort of action going on the offensive end. They've been pretty quiet here today so far.
6 minutes left.
As the midfield game has been controlled by Colebrook for the most part, obviously, Butch, and a majority of the time has been spent in the Colebrook offensive end here in this first half. But Hope Drake Duval has been huge in net, and this Profile defense has settled back down, here over the course of the last 20 minutes or so, Butch. Even though Colebrook continues to get shots on net, you can see they're getting balls cleared a lot better. They're marking up a lot better, but Colebrook just continues to get good shots on net.
You know, it's almost like they caught them flat-footed in this first 7 minutes.
That's exactly what happened.
You know, since then, you're right, Kevin.
That is a punt, Butch, right there.
Yeah, it is.
Blampede gets into it with Cooney towards the midfield area. Blampede gets it back. They tried to find Hodgson. A little miscommunication, and Smith's going to get it cleared up. Duval's going to come off. Drake Duval's going to come off the line and pick it up again. And I think they need to get a good bounce on one of these punts, Butch.
Oh, absolutely.
And hit it onto the foot of Hodgson and have her try to do something offensively up front to try to get that momentum back in your favor if you're Profile. Saworski tries to send it to the flag. Drake Duval's going to come out yet again off the line to garner that in again. We've had some great shots on the CN Brown Company Instant Replay here today. Today's replay sponsors, CN Brown Company, with 76 Big Apple stores throughout Maine and New Hampshire, proudly supports high school athletics online at cnbrown.com. As Butch unofficially,
about 4 minutes left.
About 4 minutes left, which has been fantastic. Keeping the time as that one's shot, and Duval, Drake Duval with yet another big save on Caitlin Gleason, who has been in the mix of just about everything offensively for Colebrook up front. And Drake Duval just continues to keep things at bay here with great save after great save after great save.
That's how you play goal right there, Kevin.
She's been fantastic. Kuiper lets that one trickle over, and we'll get a look at it right here on the CN Brown Company Instant Replay. Another big save here from Drake Duval off of the foot of Caitlin Gleason. Take a look at that one, Butch. A diving save to her right. Well done, once again, by Hope Drake Duval in net here for Profile. It's just been a fantastic display for her in there. Learned hasn't seen much action, obviously, as we've seen Butch here today.
No, she hasn't.
And you got to tip the hat to the Mohawk midfield. In my opinion, defense has been solid too. Here comes Saworski. She's going to put a shot on off the crossbar into the back. Did that cross the line? It does. And Taylor Saworski with another shot from 25-30 yards out over the head of Drake Duval, and Colebrook takes a 3-0 lead. And Butch, these shots are basically unstoppable. There's nothing you could do about there. That ball had about a foot to work with, and Taylor Saworski found 8 inches of that 12-inch location, and she got it in there. Hope Drake Duval didn't have a chance at that one, and we'll get a look at it right here on the CN Brown Company Instant Replay. There's the space, and take a look at this one, Butch. She had legitimately less than a foot to work with, and she knocked it in. Great camera work by Ian Touchette as well as Philip Rondo. Engineering that replay for CN Brown Company once again was Chris Ash, and we have gotten some great looks on that here today, Butch.
And she defies all the talk we do about, you know, shooting low to the corners, trying to
She
get...
just well places them. She well places everything.
Now, you
Not
know
to mention that she
has
a tough shot. She has a hard shot as that one's lifted to the right side. And that's a big goal too, Butch, and here's the reasoning for it. You just said that there was about 4 minutes to go in the game.
Yep.
Profile had slowed this game down big time. Yes, Colebrook had opportunities since their first 2 goals, but they had kind of kept things at bay, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden that goal puts Colebrook up 3-0. Now they really have to change their style of play here. They got to pop one in either right now or at the early stages of that second half.
And Kevin, just to put things in perspective, shots first half with that Profile shot, 15-2 for Colebrook.
Wow. Oh, watch out. Another opportunity here as Samantha Howe gets it back to Kuiper. Kuiper over to Gleason before it's cleaned out finally by Emma Tui. Colebrook continues to put the pressure on this Profile team. Saworski taking a look. She's going to take another deep shot off the crossbar again. That one from 30. Finally onto the foot of Kara Kuiper, and Colebrook with a 4-0 lead. 2 quick goals at the beginning of the first half, 2 quick goals at the end of the first half for this Colebrook team. And man, oh man, what a change of events. 4-0 now here as 2 Colebrook goals, as Taylor Saworski nearly had a hat trick on this one. Take a look at it here, as you can't give her space. She got plenty of space. That one deflected, then off the crossbar, and Kuiper was right there to put it in with the inside part of her foot.
And it's got to be just about the end of the half here.
That's the problem here with the Profile defense in the first part of the first half and the last part of the second half. You cannot give number 4 space, Butch. If you're going to give her space, she's going to shoot it. And she's going to put it on, too. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to make Hope Drake Duval work, which she's done all game here in the early going. And that's exactly what's happened here at the beginning part of the first half and at the ending here in the first half.
And the other thing, too, you give her space, Kevin, she's going to find her teammates.
Oh, absolutely. And it seems like with the opportunities that she's been given, Butch, she's been giving space more as if they're trying to contain her rather than put pressure on her to try to give the ball up, that type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And wow, 4-0. I don't think we were expecting this at all, Butch. These are 2 good soccer teams right here. And it's just Colebrook's just been clicking on all cylinders. That's all it's been.
And I think a lot of it's the changes Coach Parker made.
There's been much more activeness up in the front. That has been for sure. And when you give weapons like that to Taylor Saworski to work with in the midfield, Butch, that could equal bad things for the opponent, and that's what we've seen here. Caitlin Gleason was one of those culprits of the move, over there on the right side. She's been putting plenty of pressure on.
Point, it should be just about unofficially. He's looking at his watch, official on the far side.
Yeah, it's got to be trickling down. Stay tuned for the halftime show. Butch and I will have all the stats as well as a quick recap of this first half. Before that, though, we will take a break. Huge turn of events. A big way to start here for Colebrook. 2 quick goals in the first 7 minutes, followed by 2 quick goals in the last 5 minutes. They take a 4-0 lead into the break. Butch and I are going to take a break and hear some words from our sponsors, and when we return, we're going to have that halftime show that we were just talking about right here on the Littleton Chevy Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network.
Send content, including live video streams, just a click away when you download the new NSN app, powered by LaValley's Home Center and Anderson Windows and Doors.
When you're replacing windows in your home, Anderson 400 series windows give you more selection, more performance, more confidence, all from the most trusted name in windows. It's no wonder they're in more homes than any other window. Anderson 400 series windows and doors. We make replacement solutions happen.
The NSN app, powered by LaValley's Home Center and Anderson Windows and Doors, is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search Northeast Sports Network in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
To find your community news from all around your area, check out the Northwoods Weekly, arriving every Friday in every mailbox from Whitefield north to Pittsburgh and from Errol west to Island Pond. The free Northwoods Weekly can also be found on newsstands in Littleton, Berlin, and Gorham, and online at northwoodsweekly.com. Schools, clubs, and community groups are always welcome to submit news articles and photos to promote their events and activities. Businesses can market their products and services in 15,000 papers by calling the Northwoods Weekly's friendly staff, ready to assist you at 603-237-5501.
The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill in Canaan, Vermont is a proud supporter of all area athletics. Open 7 days a week. Whether you want to come and enjoy a nice quiet meal or come and watch all of your favorite sporting events on their brand new flat screen HD TVs, the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill is your place to be. It's also a great place for weddings and banquets. The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill, 802-266-3988.
These two cars are almost exactly the same. Same model, identical features, but there are 2 big differences. The car on the left was bought at an Autosaver Group dealership. The car on the right was not. The Autosaver Group vehicle has a lower price. It also comes with the Big Deal Maintenance Plus program. 3 years of maintenance, lifetime inspection stickers, roadside assistance, and much more. A $3,000 value.
Remember, if it doesn't have the Autosaver Group seal, you didn't get the big deal.
These two cars are almost exactly the same. Same model, identical features, but there are 2 big differences. The car on the left was bought at an Autosaver Group dealership. The car on the right was not. The Autosaver Group vehicle has a lower price. It also comes with the Big Deal Maintenance Plus program. 3 years of maintenance, lifetime inspection stickers, roadside assistance, and much more. A $3,000 value.
Remember, if it doesn't have the Autosaver Group seal, you didn't get the big deal.
We'll leave the sports to you. Leave the healthcare to us.
Lots of great service specials going on right now at Crosstown Motors in Littleton, New Hampshire. This October, save big and get 50% off on your New Hampshire State Inspection and Emission Test. That's at Crosstown Motors, 1-888-920-8280, or book your service appointment online anytime at crosstownmotors.net. Welcome back, everybody, to the Littleton Chevy Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network. 4-0 Colebrook in a big first half for Colebrook offensively. Butch, real briefly, you've got a scoring recap as well as a statistical recap before we move things on here in the halftime show.
Hey, I do, Kevin. First off, Colebrook gets right on the board 3 minutes in on a goal which none of us have figured out yet by Taylor Swarovski for the 1-0 lead. And Caitlin Gleason at 7 minutes, a good lead pass from Sage Smith makes it 2-0. Nothing happens for the next 30 minutes. But the player Hope Drake Duval kept profile definitely in this game, but at 37 minutes, Swarovski comes back with a second goal of the half, and then Kara Kuiper in the last minute scores off a rebound after a save by Duval for the 4-0 lead. Shots, 18-3 for Colebrook. That shows you the dominance in that first half. Saves, Hope Drake Duval with 14 saves, Kendra Learned with 3, 2 of those in the last minute. And corners, once again, Colebrook with a big edge there, 4-0. So
the statistics name it all. They're moving this thing along quickly here. So we're going to take one last quick break and hear some words from our community-minded sponsors again. And when we return, we're going to wrap up this halftime show and get you some second half soccer right here on the Littleton Chevy Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network.
For a future career. Graduating from the nursing program at WMCC opened up many doors for me.
When I started learning, I found the passion that I didn't have in my last career field. I said, wow, this is amazing. Why didn't I do this before?
I love my job as an emergency room nurse.
The internship was an excellent opportunity. I did my internship and I actually stayed on with that company afterward.
And it's really inexpensive to do all this.
I've found myself here, and so can you.
The Colebrook Academy Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Colebrook Academy athletics. We're proud to support our student athletes that not only make us proud on the court or on the field, but also in the classroom. They represent themselves, their families, and the communities very well, exemplifying all that's best about Colebrook schools. We here at the Colebrook Academy Booster Club wish all of our Colebrook Academy athletic teams the best of luck.
Big Apple is the best place in northern New England to gas up and score wicked good deals on coffee, snacks, energy drinks, and more. Did you know you can purchase a CN Brown gift card at your local Big Apple as well? This makes a wicked good gift during the holidays, birthdays, the list goes on and on. Stop by your Big Apple and find a deal today.
What motivates us at Casella?
I want to help our customers recycle as much as possible.
Because I care about the environment and how our company impacts our towns.
And at Casella Organics, we find new uses for all sorts of materials.
It's hard work.
But I'm helping people every day.
And that makes me feel like part of the community.
A community I care about. So I do everything I can to sustain the resources of our environment.
Casella, serving New Hampshire and part of your community.
Talmadge Plumbing and Heating is one of the leading plumbing companies in New Hampshire and Vermont. Located in Stewartstown, New Hampshire, the team at Talmadge Plumbing and Heating value quality work and prompt professional service above all else. When you need plumbing work done properly, whether it's as simple as a clogged pipe or as complicated as a sewer repair, Talmadge Plumbing and Heating is who you need. Give them a call at 603-246-7173 today.
Since 1972, W.W. Berry has been providing dependable bus and shuttle services for the people of northern New Hampshire and Vermont. Located on Route 3 in Lancaster, New Hampshire, the dependable people at W.W. Berry are happy to service any of your transportation needs. With 65 buses in their fleet, they can provide bus services and shuttling for athletics, organization trips, and many other events. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Give W.W. Berry a call at 603-636-6100.
At Waystack Frizzell, we've built our reputation one case at a time, one client at a time.
For over 41 years, the Waystack Frizzell law firm has been representing people in legal crises. Most often that involves personal injury cases, but might also involve an estate, a criminal matter, or a family law matter, among others.
They not only cared about the legal process, but they cared for my family and I in a time of need. They helped us through one of the hardest times of our life. I was very happy with the result of my case because it not only gave me closure, but my family closure to a tragic accident.
Waystack Frizzell and their whole staff never treated me like I was just another client. They treated me like I was a person that was very important to them, and they wanted to fight for me till the end, and they did.
We have the experience and know-how to help you and your loved ones during a moment of crisis. Ask around and make the right choice.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Littleton Chevy Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network. As you can see, once again, 4-0 Colebrook as we are getting the second half kicked off. That's going to conclude our halftime show here this afternoon. And Butch, the statistical recap basically said it all. Obviously, for that first half, shots 18-3. The quick jump by by Colebrook, and then obviously the quick finish, the fantastic finish at the end of that half. It was just one of those halves where everything went right for Colebrook and everything went wrong for Profile. But as of right now, you've got to start things over. New half, Butch, and you've got to obviously change your style of play up a little bit here in the second half of your Profile, and you got to try to nibble down this lead as quickly as you possibly can.
Well, and I think at the half, I think Profile did that. They took the full 10 minutes and maybe a little bit more. You know, try to get into Mohawk's head a little bit there. Exactly.
Yeah, Colebrook was out there ready to roll in 1.5 minutes or something like that. That's exactly what Profile should have done. I agree.
When you look at little things. Two players trying to adjust the hat on Kendra Learned. That sun is very tough down here in the second half of a game. So let's see if that plays a factor. But first, they got to get some shots on goal.
Yeah, they do. Only 3 shots on net in the first half, but it is a new half, and they certainly need to start putting some pressure, taking advantage of that sun, Butch, at the same time. But the last thing that they can afford right now is another Colebrook goal. As Kuipers gets sent down to the flag by Taylor Sawarski, well defended again in the backfield by Profile. They find Hodgson. Hodgson tries to get it outside, but can't. Kuiper's there to come away with it. Puts on a cross over towards Gleason. That was a fluid first half, Butch.
It was
very quick a very quick first 40 minutes.
And you know, 50-50 balls. I don't think there was probably maybe 1 or 2 that Colebrook didn't win that whole first half, and she wanted to control midfield. I mean, they get A+ for that. The Mohawks that first half.
And obviously, as we said at the beginning of the first half, Colebrook, Coach Parker obviously couldn't be more happy with the way that her team came out to play. Profile steadily slowed things down, got things back onto their, even though Colebrook continued to pound the net. As here comes Kuiper. Kuiper's going to put a shot on a pass from Gleason, but wide left. Gleason's still going to be able to track it down. But she's got to be happy with the way that they started, Butch, and finished that first half.
Oh, absolutely. Kevin, on that play, I think Kuiper was trying to make the extra pass where I don't think she realized where she was on the field, because she had a point-blank shot at the goal but didn't take it.
Nice job by Blampede to challenge Sawarski there and be able to take that away.
Which we talked about first half, and I'm sure Coach Frazier told them at the half that they somehow had to, slow her down a little bit.
2 goals for Taylor Sawarski and an assist in that first half. The assist coming off of a shot that was off the crossbar that Kara Kuiper was right there to put into the back of the net. So Taylor Sawarski has had her foot involved in a lot here in this first half, as have a lot of the Colebrook offensive players this afternoon. Hope Drake Duval, and they've got to find a way to get a goal to happen like not how they usually have it happen, Butch. And I think the punt of Hope Drake Duval, they've got to find a way for a bounce to go their way here and get it onto the foot somehow of somebody on the front line. Here comes Samantha Howe. She's going to get there just before Duval got there, and she's off the line, and she takes down Kuiper in the process, and Kuiper is going to have a penalty kick, or Colebrook's going to have a penalty kick because of it. A chance to make it 5-0.
You got to love the effort right here at Kara Kuiper as Samantha Howe kind of backed off a little bit when she might have had a chance to get that.
And Saworski's going to come up and take the penalty kick for Colebrook. She has an opportunity for a hat trick right here on this. And here it comes, into the back of the net, 5-0 in favor of Colebrook, and Taylor Saworski adds to her fantastic game here today, now with 3 goals and 1 assist, and Colebrook has a 5-0 lead here in the early going. One of those unfortunate plays too. Drake Duval made the correct move, Butch, to come off the line and get there. There's just too many green shirts around. Too many green shirts around.
Yeah, and it seems like there's just no end to it here this afternoon.
As we take a look at that last penalty kick here by Taylor Saworski, is Drake Duval trying to, obviously, well placed again. I mean, that's perfectly placed, Butch. It's in the upper left-hand square, basically, of the net. And here comes Profile on the attack with a little bit of room, and deciding to stay on the line was Learned, and almost breaking through was Carly Ingram. She had an opportunity right there, Butch, to make this 5-1. I was very surprised that Learned stayed on the line there, Butch.
Oh, me too.
However, the defense was able to get there. Carly Ingram tried to get one last touch into it, Butch, but just couldn't. Nice combination right there from Profile as they try to work it back into their 18-yard box. Shearer battling, trying to break through with Sierra Price. Price has it on her right foot. There's a shot into the back of the net as Carly Ingram made no doubt about that one, Butch. She just missed on the play before, and Carly Ingram comes away with Profile's first goal of the afternoon, and they have now cut this lead down to 5-1.
That's exactly what the Patriots needed to do. You could see she came down. Ingram kind of decided she was going to put this on her shoulders here and go down, and we got to get some shots on her, and they did.
Take a look at it, Butch, right here on the CN Brown Company instant replay. As here it is, it started with a great effort by Sierra Price, and then she finally got it onto the foot of Carly Ingram, and Carly Ingram was able to knock it right back into the back of the net, 5-1. All today's replays are being brought to you by the CN Brown Company. CN Brown Company's Big Apple stores are proud to support our youth and invite teams, family, and friends to stop in for post-game snacks, energy drinks, coffee, and more. Sign up for our rewards program and earn rewards every time you shop and fuel up at our Big Apple locations. So 5-1. Will that be the thing that gets Profile? Will that be the goal that gets Profile going here this afternoon? But they do have firepower up there on that front line. So let's see if that will get them clicking. They tried to send it back inside to Sierra Price, did Hodgson, but well defended again by the Mohawk defense.
Boy, how big is that penalty kick loom right here?
That's huge, because obviously big difference between 5-1 and 4-1, but it was a good response by Profile right there, Butch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
A good response, because obviously they could have said, you know what, let's pack things up here and move on to the next game, but they're obviously not going to. And if they wanted to respond, they needed to respond very, very quickly, and that they did. So 5-1 here in the early going of the second half. A big, big game in terms of seeding in the Division IV ranks for girls soccer. Butch, I'm not sure if you've been able to work your connections down at the lower field, but do you have a score down there by any chance?
I do. Chris Ash, our producer, will be very happy. 3-1 Profile at the half.
3-1 Profile at the half.
Mr. Paul Greenlaw, longtime varsity basketball coach, got back to me.
There you go.
Want to know how you were doing, Kev?
Pretty good. Here comes Saworski. She's got some space. Oh, you can't give her space. There's a shot, but made in net. A save made again by Hope Drake Duval. Great job. She was able to get to that. Saworski had that 5 or 6 feet to work with, and that's always dangerous. But I just actually got back from Minnesota, Butch, and I recommend to any of our viewers that are football fans, if you have any desire to go and see new stadiums around the country, which me and my buddies and I, excuse me, get grammatically correct, Kevin, have had going here over the course of the last few years. It's where the Super Bowl is being played this year, U.S. Bank Stadium, and unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
How many seats? Does it hold?
Oh, in the 70s. I don't remember exactly.
Is it grass or turf?
It's artificial turf. Well, it's not artificial turf. It's that new turf that they have, which basically is what this field looks like. This field's in great shape.
Is it got a roof?
Yes, it's indoor. It's indoors, but it's retractable, I believe.
Oh,
Here
okay.
comes Hodgson. Hodgson trying to get by. Nice play on the weak side by Missy Collins. She was able to get there from the weak side and put a stop to that. Ooh, offsides, I believe, but no whistle blown. Yet they called it. As unable to get back was Hodgson. Hodgson got taken down on that last collision with Missy Collins inside the 18-yard box.
Now, tickets, are they kind of in the category of what you would pay for a Patriots ticket?
Not as high. $210 was what it cost, but the Patriots are up in the 300s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
but still, with, you know, a nice brand-new stadium like that, it certainly was worth it, for sure. I recommend it to anybody.
Unofficially 9 minutes played here in this second half.
Lots of action in the first 9 minutes, too.
Yeah, there is.
Lots of action. One's going to be booted over into the middle. Finally cleared out nicely by Bays in the backfield. Here comes Profile again on the attack. Trying to get the momentum back into their favor. Hodgson gets it onto her foot. She tries a through pass back over towards Crosby. Crosby splits the defender, puts a shot on, but wide left. And Colebrook will have another goal kick here.
Boy, good job right there, Kevin, by Profile. The way the girls go to the spot and the pass is right there. I like that little passing situation.
They've got some good combinations up front, for sure. They get some. Once they get that passing game down, they're pretty solid they're pretty solid all the way around. But it's just the defense of Colebrook today haven't been able to get by it. Here again is Crosby. Crosby trying a through pass. Little opening for Price, but there's Missy Collins. Collins able to get it cleared out, and there will be a throw-in down by the flag for Profile. Blampede try to get it back outside. Deflected out again. Here's Hodgson, but Sawarski's there to get it cleared out. She gets it sent down Adrian LaPearl's way. Good job by LaPearl to get after that. Before finally, from the weak side, is Sadie Young to come away with it. Nicely done by Sadie Young to come from the middle of the field to help out. Hodgson battling. Great battle going over there between Hodgson and Fournier and Shearer. Hodgson got through Shearer, but Fournier was there to get it cleared. Sage Smith sneaking in to get a foot on it. She's going to get it booted over towards the left side. Go Hope Drake Duval there in plenty of time.
About 12 minutes played, unofficially.
Missy Collins wins that ball just over the midfield line. She's going to try to flag it to Kuiper, but it goes out of bounds. Profile will have yet another throw-in here on this near side. Sage Smith with the throw-in, finds Sawarski with room. She's going to send it over Adrian LaPearl's way. LaPearl gets a foot on it, but Hope Drake Duval there to garner in another save. Colbert continuing to put pressure on that Profile net. Nice punt again. Hope Drake Duval's punt is a good one. Ingram, who had the goal, gets it over to Crosby. Crosby tries to center it in. Lerner does a good job of getting off the line and garnering it in for Colbert.
Profile already has more shots here in this second half, just 12 minutes in, than they did the entire first half.
And you can see they picked it up. Yep, picked it up on the offensive end. A lot more sense of urgency. Obviously, they know that they need to pick up the pace of the play here in this second half to be able to cut down on this lead. They can't be as methodical as they usually are. They certainly got to be more up-tempo, which is to the Mohawks' advantage. However, they have no choice. Blampede. Whistle is blown, I believe, against Profile, so Colebrook will have a set piece right around the midfield line. And Chandler Cooney will take it. Cooney lifts it towards Gleason. Drake Duval comes off the line again. She does good at getting off the line, Butch. Drake Duval, she knows when to get off the line and when to stay. She reads things very, very well.
And she does a lot of coaching back there, too. You know what I mean? Letting players know. Good job by Collins.
Yeah, nice play by Collins. As trying with a through pass was Hodgson. She was trying to send it towards Crosby. Crosby gets it onto her foot to Hodgson. Hodgson with room, tries to send it to Price. But Collins there again and boots it out.
Mohawks don't want to get in it just as dumping it out of bounds game either. You don't want to start to give them too much time in your end of the field because they will take advantage.
Blampede in the midfield, gets it back towards Boyer. Boyer tries to send it towards Hodgson, but can't. Chandler Cooney right there. Another chip into the 18-yard box, this time by Devlin. But Learned right there to gather it in.
15 minutes played.
Trying to find Kuiper. Kuiper puts the pressure on, but can't make anything happen. White shirts everywhere. Here comes Sage Smith. Smith coming from nowhere to get to it to Gleason's foot. Gleason puts a shot on, but it's deflected out of bounds. Actually, it was kicked out of bounds by Gleason, and there will be a goal kick here for Profile as we approach the midway point of this second half. Hodgson gets it back towards the midfield. Blampede trying to get it back up front. And here comes Profile again with an opportunity. Right at the midfield line, taking the kick will be Annabelle Boyer. Boyer with the kick. Couldn't get any air on it, and Saworski was there to send it back towards the Profile backfield. 5-1 here in this second half. Deflected back to Hope Drake Duval, and she gets it cleared. Missy Collins lets it go, and she'll have a throw in here for Colebrook on the near side. Gets it to Kuiper. It was a quick start for both teams here in this second half. A quick goal from Colebrook after a penalty was called inside the 18-yard box for a penalty shot. Saworski put that in for her hat trick. And then Carly Ingram quickly responded about a minute or two later to make it 5-1.
A lot of play at the midfield area now in the last 5 minutes or so, both teams.
Yeah, a lot of play, Butch.
Not able to.
Saworski trying to find somebody here in green, gets it over to Kuiper. Well defended, though, in the backfield. Roberts gets it up to Noyes. Bodies colliding everywhere between the two teams here. Ooh, watch out. That one goes right off of the face of Hodgson. Kind of deflected.
She's had a tough second half here. She took a hard hit down by the goal area.
Yeah. Saworski with a through pass, trying to get it to Adrienne LaPearl. However, getting there just in time before she could was Tui. Here's a throw in from Caitlin Gleason. Gleason gets it back from Noyes. He puts one in towards Kuiper's foot. Kuiper gets to it, tries a cross back. Noyes almost came through with it. Here comes Gleason, and she sends it over the crossbar and out of play. And there will be another goal kick here for Profile.
18 minutes played.
Lots of great service specials going on right now at Crosstown Motors in Littleton, New Hampshire. This October, get a lube, oil, and filter service for just $24.95. That's at Crosstown Motors, 1-888-920-8280, or book your service appointment online anytime at crosstownmotors.net. As I said, you're watching the Littleton Chevy Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network. Today's broadcast being brought to you by Littleton Chevrolet Buick and Crosstown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, our title sponsors for this afternoon's Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage here in Bethlehem, New Hampshire at Profile High School.
Chip up by Crosby. Uh-oh.
Little misplay in the backfield. As the time, obviously, as Butch just said, 18 minutes in, about. Obviously favoring Colebrook here in the latter stages of this game. If you profile, you got to limit the shots out of bounds, obviously, Butch. You got to limit the booting of the ball out of bounds. You got to keep this ball in play as much as you possibly can, so that Colebrook doesn't waste time. That one shot and over the crossbar again. And the ball girl's got a little bit of work to do here the last couple of possessions. Has 2 shots in a row from Colebrook. Have gone flying over.